Hello, Jessica here from Meyer Library, and this video is going to walk through how to find peer-reviewed articles and why they're important. So from the library homepage, libraries.missouristate.edu, you can scroll to the Discover at MSU search box. This is our most comprehensive way to search and provides some easy ways to get to those scholarly/peer-reviewed articles. Let's say my topic is about food insecurity. I'm going to type in my keywords and click search. You will need your BearPass ID and password to get logged in. Now remember, this is a comprehensive search, so you may start out with a large results pool, but we are going to whittle this down. You'll see at the top filters. So with the basic Discover at MSU search, the filter Available in Library Collection is automatically selected. If you ever have trouble finding enough articles on your topic, you may want to try unchecking this. You'll see in our search options, we have the box that we can check to limit to scholarly or peer-reviewed journals. So we're going to go ahead and click that. I'm also going to go ahead and adjust our publication date because we want things that are a little more current, say the last 5 years. And now I'm going to apply those filters. That takes us down a little bit, but this is still not a very precise results pool. To make it more precise, we're going to add to our keywords and create a search string that is more focused. So maybe I want to talk about food insecurity and poverty and college students. And there we go. I have a much easier list to work with. They're all going to be peer-reviewed from the last 5 years and focused on a narrowed topic. Now, the reason that peer-reviewed is important, and you're going to hear your professors and instructors asking you to use these, is that articles that have been through the peer review process have essentially been fact-checked by a panel of other experts in a field, so their peers, which gets them additional credibility. You want to be able to start your own research from a solid foundation, so using articles that have gone through a review by professionals is going to give you that. Let's look at a couple. If I click on article number 1, this takes me to a detail record, which gives me publication information. It is going to give me other keywords in blue in the middle, which can help describe the article. These can be helpful if you're ever having trouble coming up with your own keywords. And then it's going to give me an abstract. Now, abstracts can be especially helpful if you are not used to reading scholarly articles. They can be a little dry and very focused. They're written for experts in a field, and you may not quite be at that expert level just yet. But a lot of times this abstract will contain the information that is most important. Also on this page, we have tools up at the top. The Save and Add to Project tool are used if you have signed in to MyEBSCO, and then you can find those places under the My Dashboard area on the left. There is also a Share button where you can send to Google Drive, OneDrive, or email, and you can also create a link. This link in the URL browser is now also a stable URL. There is a citation tool. You can get the citation in the style that you need, and here it is. Always double check this against a style guide before handing in final projects. It likes to mess up on things. To access this article, full text, you will go to your access options, and I start at the top and try clicking the links to get to full text. And here we go. It's going to take us to the PDF of the article. We're going to do a brief skim through of kind of the anatomy of a scholarly article because they can be a little daunting to read. So when you get in here, let's go ahead and make that a little bigger. You will usually see the same abstract you've already read, an introduction, which is going to maybe tell a little bit about why they decided to look at this topic. It might include a literature review, so other articles that talk about this topic. some about the population, some of the issues, and then the study that they did. So a lot of times authors will do original studies where they set up a survey, questionnaire, focus groups, interviews, whatever. That's going to be discussed in the methodology or methods section. And this one actually breaks it up really nicely. They don't always look quite that nice. And then they will go through all of the things they did for that. Again, that can look very technical, and if you've not yet had like a research class or looked into it, it can be a little overwhelming. Don't let that derail you from using these scholarly works. Then we'll get to results. Analysis, looking at different aspects of it, and then discussion. A lot of times, if I'm feeling overwhelmed by reading through the numbers, I will come to the discussion to see what they have to say. And then if we kept scrolling, there may be a conclusion and then a reference list of the articles they used for their literature review. So that, very briefly, was the anatomy of a scholarly article.